welcome along, guys. It is Monday night, it's in TOGA. I know there's not any comms here tonight, so says I'm just going to jump in and do a bit there. So you're all very welcome along, guys. It's going to be an interesting one. It's a sprint race, basically, is how they set up here on a Monday night. I raced here last week, as you would have seen, guys. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. So we jump out onto the track and have a quick look at what's going on. So at the minute, we are on with, it looks like, open up the thing here, on with Shlolev. I'm not going to get that name right at all, unfortunately, Anton. I do apologise. I'm just going to pull this up. It's been a while since I done comms. I have gone on a comms break, but I decided why not here tonight for the guys. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It was a great race here last week with the guys. Some severely good action, let that be said. From top to bottom, I did a great race myself against one of the admins. It seems in there as Glenn goes a bit wide as well as Anton there. But they continue on. Ora Sullivan is out there. Unfortunately, their livery has not synced up, so I won't have their livery on here tonight. But look, these things happen. It is what it is. But Laguna, a great track, and this is on the 1.9 version of ACC. Everybody's still getting their fingers and eyes and ears and everything else used to the new characteristics as well as the new cars, which is always quite interesting as well. And I can hear a horse going by in the background. Isn't that great? I'll close that window in a minute, guys, just to give you everything there. So we have a yellow flag and it's gone. That must be someone going back to the pits. I'm wondering how big the grid will be here tonight now. Also looking there in the standings, it does seem that the Ferraris, the new Ferraris, seem to be as if they're a multi-class. I'm going to turn the multi-class off. I think that might help. But having it on gives them into it there. So it's saying NA for them. That's the new crack with that. I ain't got a raging hard on for Horsebox. Thank you very much, Stacey. I've a raging hard on for racing. Haven't done a comms in a while. I've been racing myself, so interesting. So I suppose we'll go on with the times as well there. So looking here at present, fast lap of 124, 175 from Langer with the fastest second and third sector, or Sullivan in second has the fastest first sector. So by nearly 2/10, so there could seem to be that there is a little bit more time to find, I suppose, as this track goes from green onto fast and onto optimum. So we'll see how that goes as the race goes on. But going to be interesting. Liam Smith's out there now as well. And that lovely Flymo machine, look at that. The man cuts more grass than anyone else. Unfortunately, I'm in the pits tonight, but I just want to show off my lovely livery because Matty done that for me. But I won't be racing tonight, as I said. I jump in and do comms. Liam has learned to cut more grass. Not to drive just yet. Interesting here. So the new Ferrari, guys, for anyone who hasn't seen it there, it seems to be the go-to car for a lot of people. Now, it does lack a slight bit of straight line speed, but it's an absolute demon in the corners and has great braking as well. You just get used to the brakes on that. Hashtag lawnmower man. Well, that's why it's a Flymo livery for him now. And the good old reliable BMW there. Good to see that there as well. Now, let me have a look here now. So where is that gone? There's an update, so I'm going to update my race labs as we speak, guys, so the standards might go away for a second. I might open up another software now in a minute as well. So hopefully that has the new update with the newer Ferraris to put them into perspective. You missed dissing Mr. Smith. Sure, didn't we all? Didn't we all? Who Fernando's out there as well, another BMW. So there's two BMWs, one Audi, 3 Ferraris, and the rest are Astons at the minute. We'll see as time progresses who else comes in and what cars they're using. Last week, I think it was about 16 on the grid, 17. So hopefully we get the same again tonight. It'd be great to see it. I think it was about 16, 17 last week. So it'd be nice to see that again this evening. I know the commentator / owner of TOGA is away at his father's 60th birthday, so happy birthday to him, and I hope they have a good time. And that's just the reason I said I'd jump in, to give the guys something to watch back. Plus I haven't really done a bit of comms since the last endurance for ERA, so as I say, I'm taking a break from comms up until mid-May, and then I'll be back in force. I'll be taking on more paid work in that, and getting back into doing a bit of comms. But at the minute we're looking here. He's struggling on the track. He's given up anyway on that one. And there's Liam, he's using every bit of the track. He got onto the bit of marble, gets understeer, but can get a nice fast exit there. Let's see how he gets on. It will be interesting to see. I'm just going to move that yellow flag up a bit if I can. I'm going to move that up there, so it's not too in the way. So I'm going to update this really quickly, so everything's going to disappear for a second, and I'll come back up hopefully in a second, guys, as it all comes in. Allow, and away we go. And everyone should start opening back up. Adeline loses it big time. Bit of donuts for the camera, why not? Can't back it on with Anton now in a second. Now, Schleichoff has gone a bit sideways as well. Everyone's mad to go on sideways. Sullivan here now as he goes around. It's sad that we didn't get his livery in time, unfortunately. Let's see how this goes now in a minute. So I'm just going to close all the software down and open it all back up, guys. Just to be sure, why not? So it's a nice clear screen for you for a minute, guys, as we get this done. And so there's no harm at all. Did the police ever catch? Oh my god, please don't start this stuff again, Stacey. Oh god, I don't think I can handle it. Hilarious though, to be fair about it. Right now, let me have a look here now as we go into the intermission here for a minute. The camera seems to be picking up a load of shite. Yeah, it's picking me up as if I'm going mad. So now, while practice is still going, I'm just going to make sure that my overlays are being updated. I'm hoping that's the update then, to add Ferrari and everything into it. So just bear with me. Oh god, I'm a good looking man, is it right? With the hat on anyway, you'd never know. Just bear with me 1 sec, guys. I'm just going to get everything back in. So I'm just going to put you back to the starting screen for a second, just to open up all the software and make sure I'm happy enough with it. So I'm going to open up that first, and then this here. Ba-dum. Ba-da-da-da-dum. As I say, just bear with me 1 second. Ba-dum-bum-bum. It's the joys of literally not doing comms a while and not updating the software. But good news is, it should be all beautiful now when I go back in. Let's connect up now, and then I'll open up my broadcasting tools. There we go now. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, bum bum bum. Here we go. Open up my tool and then I'll open up over and back again, guys. Don't want to give out all my secrets of what I use. We are back. Just didn't want to give away everything. And now, yes, Ferrari is showing up. Thank God for the updates. Now, what I need to do really quick is I want to get rid of... Don't need the advanced panel here today. Everything else looks tidy, grand, I'm happy with that. So now, let's get back into it. So we are up to 11 drivers now. We have Mr. Stevens in the pit in the Skyline. He was involved in a good bit of racing last week as well, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on tonight. He had some great battles. Looking forward to seeing, as I say, what he can do. So the Audi is out there, Liam is out there. As we let you come into the end now of practice. Oh, he has the setup completely off in the Audi. He's cooking tyres, or he just has a very loose rear end. Needs to sort out the toe. Definitely in that. Oh wow, Stacey. I thought now flying now would be more into your kind of forte nowadays, guy. But yeah, it's great to have him along who pops in. Just to give a quick shout out there for Toga. And great to have you in, guys. It is great to have you along, as I say, today. And looking forward to some good racing. It is only sprint races, so let's see what happens. It shall be interesting either way. So Schleve coming out there now, so we have pretty much no time left. This is gonna go. What's this? And he goes, no, this is Toga Racing. It's a league we race in on a Monday and it's great crack. I recommend anyone to jump in and give Toga a go, guys. It is absolutely brilliant crack, to say the least. And in fact, let's put in a few logos there so you all know what we're talking about. There we go. Actually, no, I'll pull that over here where it's nice and blank. There we go. So now you won't... Oh my God. Let's get an old replay of that there. Oh. Of course we're on the wrong car when that happens. We'll see him there all over the shop. And boom. Destination fucked him the house there for him. But yeah. Been a while, and because I'm in the car, guys, you're just gonna see that. Because I decided to jump in and do a bit of comms, so I don't mind that. So Liam is out straight away, so we've got, what, 10 minutes of quali, and then we're into sprint one, which is a 20-minute race. Then we have another 10-minute quali and another 20-minute sprint. So for the next hour and probably 10 or 15 minutes or so, enjoy, guys. It's a different kettle of fish here with Toga. Unfortunately, a few less drivers this evening. Obviously, as we were stating, the league owner is away at his father's 60th birthday, so happy birthday to him. And there's another few guys I think missing tonight, unfortunately. You're more than welcome. Anyone who wants to join Toga, by all means do. Also, anyone who wants to join ERA, by all means do as well. That's what we're here for. All about giving people loads of options of where to race. But yeah, it's great to have you along, guys, and hopefully anyone that does get to watch this back that's racing enjoys it and has a bit of crack as well, and that's what it's all about. So on with Liam, because he's the first out there. No bias. All these new Ferraris. Tadoff hasn't got a livery updated. Surprised the Audi. Nope, he didn't spin, so it's not his own fault. Furion, that's a nice looking Ferrari. Oh, cold enough tyres, just getting used to it. Let's see who he gets on now. Yeah, you can still see it swirling around a bit, but I'd say once that tyre is heat up in that thing, it's going to be fairly impossible to keep up with. But let's see how he gets on here with O'Sullivan. Unfortunately, no livery tonight, but a beautiful looking machine all the same. We're on the WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. Nicely through the corkscrew there as well. That should give some great racing later on. And it's going to be a short enough, it's a small enough grid tonight, so it should be great racing. People should be getting their elbows out here. So we'll jump on with Liam now, who has started his lap now. Oh, I think he's got the keep it going on here, which is good. I think he's had a few Guinnesses before he jumped into that machine tonight. Lovely stuff there, Liam. Oh, lovely stuff. Keep it going. You can hear the slight brake there. Yeah, he's ran way too much. That's his lap over with. Who is next? So behind Liam, car number 5, I think, or his car 11 is ahead of him. Oh, there we go. Car 10s, this is jumping around with people exiting and entering. Should the Skyline forced to probably go for a lap now, so let's see how he does. We'll stay on with George. He's taking it easy. It's a nice car, this, and it's nice. I love the fact that people are driving different machinery here as well, because you have everyone just wants to, oh, give me Ferrari because it's the best car in the game, or, you know, I love seeing these guys just jump into whatever they want and enjoy it. Like, the Skyline looks absolutely unbelievable, let's be honest about this. That yellow livery there is just unbelievable. That huge rear wing as well. Such a cool looking car, that. Just the overrun on the car as well with flipping the gears. The car I should give it a go to. I drove it once. Didn't impress me massively, but it should be interesting. You're looking forward to this for a coffee. Stacey, your son by or oh, as Liam goes around him there. Let's jump on with the handsome man. Where is he? On with Glenn, but it's a outlap here. So Sullivan has got a lap in a 123.697 so far, guys. So let's see what he can do, if he can do. So he's down a lot of time here, but I tell you who's up a lot of time. This guy here, Alexander. I'm not going to pronounce that second name. Oh, and he runs wide and loses everything he was up. Crazy Audi is up a bit of time here. The drifter. Nicely done. He's up a bit of time anyway, which is good to see. Nothing more scary when you see a car. And the great thing about this track, it's when you get it right, it's so rewarding as well. You need to enter the corkscrew as far to the right as possible, using as much of that curb as well to give you a good turn in, so you can carry as much speed as you dare through the corkscrew as well. It's a very technical track and a technical corner as well, so definitely these guys who are brave and able to use as much of those curves as possible and get the braking just right without locking up and impeding and scrubbing off too much time can really make it work. So the Audi goes across the line, so we'll jump on here now with this Ferrari. He's up 4/10 at the minute. O'Sullivan at yellow flagging it. I'm going to jump on with Crazy Audi as well, who is jumping around. Stevens in the Skyline. He just needs to get a lap representative so far. There's 4 cars without a lap yet. So it would not be a bad thing for him maybe to get a lap in, just to have it on the board. And doing a great job anyway. At least he is getting it around there and he's putting a lap in. It's a base lap. He's not on the pace just yet, but he's doing just enough to make sure he has at least 3 positions at the minute while the others are in the pits. I'm one of them cars myself actually, so I won't be racing. Although I should do a lap guide, I think, when they're doing the warm-up. Would be hilarious. I'll just put the car straight into the pits though. I don't want to ruin it for the others. So Glenn hasn't validated that lap. Stephen's up a lot more time this time around, but he needs to carry as much speed as he can now and get a bit braver. We're coming into the business end of things, only 3 minutes left. Really 1 or 2 more attempts at this here, so he can carry a little bit more to the right. Can he get the apex just right? And he does. That's beautifully done. He needs to carry the camber there and push that car to the limit, around to the right to open up here, clip the apex, carry the speed through, and pull the car over to the left. And you can take this corner about 3rd gear, run the curb a little bit to run a bit wide. Could have carried a bit more speed, but he's just playing it safe. He wants to get this lap on the board. He's up about 1.5 seconds now. He just needs now to get it to the line, which he's doing. A slightly lesser better exit than last time, but still up 1.2 seconds. And that's a big improvement for him, so very well done. Now Mr. Audi is down a bit of time. So Glenn is just about to start a lap, so we're going to stay on with Glenn, guys. And let's see what he can do. We're actually going with an onboard with Glenn. I like to see an old onboard every now and then as well. So into turn 1, how does Glenn take this? Glenn clips the apex, placing the throttle, and then floors it on the exit. Absolutely lovely. Onto the curb, goes right wide to the left. Maybe 2nd gear here. Oh, he's missed the apex there, but he's still lucky enough. He's carrying decent speed through. See if he gets on here. Another 2nd gear corner, but he's can he keep hitting 3rd? Lovely done. Doing that nice and wide, clips the apex a little bit there, needs to set himself up on the curb. Now just don't hit that sausage curb, be careful for that in the race, because you will see guys doing that. Run the car as wide as you dare, but you do not want to be doing that. You don't want to dip it onto the sand too much here, and just on this kink you need to get this corner just right, and he's done. You need to avoid the sausage curb, otherwise that's going to send you to the moon. So now you need to really go around here onto this curb, open up this corner, and he's done it lovely, but he's just left the braking a bit too much. But he's kept the time in anyway, so at least even though he mightn't get an overall fast lap, it's just something on the table. And he's onto the apex and he gets through that beautifully. Now this one here, 3rd gear, runs a bit wide, but he gets on the throttle lovely, because the camber that's there, you can carry the throttle through the corner as well. Down to 1st gear here, and you just want to exactly do what you done there. You don't run too wide here, you just want to try and carry the speed through, get the apex right, and open up on the throttle. And look, even with that there, has put him up into 8th place there, so that's a great lap by Glenn. Very well done to him. And let's see how he goes as he actually goes for a faster lap. Now I'm going to jump back on with Langer here, because Langer is improving on this lap. Oh, he's kept it, but the only thing is he's going to lose every bit of time with the drive down the straight, and he's not improved this lap. O'Sullivan is out there trying to improve, and at the minute he is looking like he can get pole, but you know, it's easy saying it now. He needs to make it to the very end. That's beautifully done through, and too wide. I just seen it, I knew it was coming. Unfortunately, he still has another. No, he doesn't. That's his time done with. That's his session over now. Okay, so Glenn is giving it another whack. I think he's the only car that's in the green, although there's a Cybeacon behind. So what's Glenn doing here? So Glenn already is after finding a huge chunk of time getting that corner right. So let's see what he can do here now. He's up about 1.1 seconds or so. Can he carry that the whole way to the end? He's cooked the corners way better this time round, and is pulling the lap time in. He might be able to jump up into about 5th, maybe 6th place. And he's done enough, but the exit hasn't been great. He still can get up into 6th. And Glenn gets it up into 6th place here, but he's not safe just yet, as Mr. Nikita is on a decent lap here as well. But I don't think he's going to be enough to jump up a position, unfortunately for him. Just looking at this split time there, he needs to pull out at least a second, which he's not. He's going to still be in 10th place, but a much closer time to the car ahead there. So that's qualifying over, guys. Wow. That's fair going. So we return to the garage. I'll wait for the race start to do, and I'll jump out, because obviously I won't be racing, so I'll make sure my car goes into the pits, guys. Little bit of an extra thing tonight, I didn't expect to. But bear with me 1 second, I'm just going to get a quick drink.
Seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds.
'We're expecting some madness here, guys. Racing from start to finish. Now, sorry about that as well, guys, because I just had to make sure my car was in the pits as I'm doing comms tonight instead of racing, so I'm not in as a spectator where I normally wouldn't have to do that doing comms, but it is what it is. And now actually that my overlay doesn't have my name on it, although it's up there now that it does, so never mind. That's where we are. So it's going to be a very, very tight grid. 2 Ferraris in the top 2. Aston Martin seems to be on pole of O'Sullivan. Unfortunately, Stevens is at the back of the grid in his Skyline, but you know what? Probably one of the best car, like looking cars there. Let's be fair about that and give him props for driving something that people wouldn't be brave enough to drive. Although there's a few over near right that do. Nikita doing a great job there. Up in 10th, then we have Anton in 9th position in the drifting Audi, so we'll keep an eye for him on his antics. Then we have Elias Fernando in 8th position. Then we have Willy Van Uren, I think it is, in 7th in the Ferrari. Then the handsome man Glenn Smith himself in 6th. Then we have Alexander in 5th. The grass cutter from Flymo in 4th position, Liam. In 3rd place we have Lawrence Tiethoff. Then we have Nick Langer in 2nd position in the other Ferrari. Actually, that's a very nice looking livery already. Fair play to him getting that done so quick. Then we have Ryan O'Sullivan in 1st position. So I always like go telecams for these to get a nice bird's eye view of the start. So let's see how these guys get on and what action is about to unfold, guys. Welcome. If you've never seen this before, this is the one, the only. This is TOGA Motorsports Monday Night Racing League, guys. And here we are just about to get going. O'Sullivan on pole position. This might throw me back into my car at the start. We'll find out. Here we go, guys. And we are away, so it looks like that the Ferrari of Nick Langer is after getting a much better drive, as the other 2 Ferraris are eating up that Aston. The Aston's weak point is getting off the revs, as it looks like then. Oh no, 2 Ferraris. That was, oh my god, there was carnage. Absolute carnage at the start of that there. That was absolutely horrendous. I don't know where to look at that one. We're just going to go back 30 seconds and watch this again, guys. That was just crazy. So we're going to jump on here. So we're going to start with Langer. Actually, Vuren. So Vuren in 3rd position. Or sorry, back actually, should I say. So I'll go back up here. So the two Ferraris take each other. A third off gets hit by Liam. Then Liam gets hit by Glenn. Then there's just carnage everywhere else there. God, I pity the life stewards. They're going to have an absolute crack with this one here. We'll jump back on. The race leader is N Langer, even after that incident, has got himself out. Van Buren then is in second position, as lucky not being too impeded. Glenn Smith's in third, ahead of his brother Liam in fourth position. We have Fernando in fifth position, Schlossev up into sixth. Well, as I say that, Sullivan gets up the inside. That's a beautiful move there. Very well done. And then we have Stevens. Oh, there's a BMW off in the background with Fernando going massively wide there. The BMW's back going now, and he's just spinning round and round. Wondering if you can see the damage on the front of the car. Has it been enough to really ruin his race? We'll find out. Race 2 is still yet to come. He can still get back into this. It depends on how bad the damage is, whether he can stay going. So look, we're going to jump on with this second place battle, and third place should I say, because the Smith brothers are fighting each other, which is giving Vial here the room. They're trying to pull out a little bit there, so the more they fight, the better for them. Jumping on with this one now, as it looks like Tadoff has got by Stevens. Stevens though has gained a position off that start as well, so fair play to him. This is a great battle here now. You have Fernando, you have Schlossev, and then Mr. Alexander here in the Ferrari trying to recover up through. Oh, and the Audi has done it. Unfortunately for Schlossev there. Yeah, Schlossev. I can't say that name correctly at all. He is going around and around and around. So let's get to watch that again there. Whoa, I don't know why he's jumped onto me for that, because he's jumped into the pits there, but we've got onto that one too late there. So we'll jump on here and we get back going into this now, as the replay is now over. So now O'Sullivan is already on the back of Liam Smith, and Liam's after clipping that curb and is literally gifted that position to O'Sullivan, and now Liam's after going off. I don't know what's happened to Liam there. What's happened with Machowski? Oh man, that Ferrari has seen better days. Wow. Unbelievable. That car has been in the wars. Now Glenn Smith is trying to attack Mr. Bjorn ahead of him. Let's see what he can do here now. He is not too far off him. He's about 0.7 of a second, but coming into it as well right behind him. O'Sullivan is after carving his way back through here so far. Absolutely great stuff from him to be able, after that lap 1 incident, or turn 1 incident should I say, to be able to get himself back up into the thick of things. And he's going to look down the inside of Glenn. Very dodgy. He's done a bit of bullying there. It was probably a little bit rootless, but he's after getting through anyway. He does have the pace, a bit impatient. So Glenn up now into 4th position. So he's still up 2 positions off his race start. And on now with Mr. Vilbjorn. Is he going to be able to keep O'Sullivan behind? Because O'Sullivan is absolutely like a bat out of hell here. He's driving with a bit between his teeth, trying to get back up to try and claim that 1st position. Although 5 minutes nearly gone by the time they come around to this pit straight, a quarter of the way through race 1. I'm sure 2nd place just might be good enough for him, because it's 8 seconds then down to Langer. So Vilbjorn is taking a different line here, has no damage on that Ferrari, and is looking on the defensive line to keep O'Sullivan at it, trying to run O'Sullivan wide. The only thing is though, that Aston Martin has way better straight line speed than the Ferrari, so if you can hold him off enough, which I don't think he will, although it's looking like he's going to. O'Sullivan's standing it down the inside, he's licking the stamp, he's sending it. Oh, he's been given plenty of room there for Vilbjorn. Vilbjorn's given himself too wide. So that has worked out as well for placing his car there. He's caused a bit of an error from Voyle and gained that position. Now Voyle has Smith and Fernando right behind him. This is a great battle here between 2nd and 5th position. And Bjorn is under a bit of pressure now from Glenn. And Glenn just has the straight line speed, but Bjorn has the better corner. Glenn's with Voyle. Oh, it's getting very tight there, but you know what? That's very fair racing. Enough room was left there. Glenn knows to back out with that one there and wait for next. And Glenn's going down the inside here. What a send and what a move. That's what you call driving from both of them, to be able to read that. Fernando though now has the inside line, and I tell you one thing, too wide into the corkscrew I would not want to be. And look at that, Fernando gets out, but that's great racing from all these guys. That is what you call smarter racecraft there. Getting out of that one there. You cannot go too wide into the corkscrew. It's going to end in tears. But Fiorin there in the last few corners Might feel a bit done by losing 2 positions on this lap, but is still in contention. The car doesn't have any damage by the looks of it there. The cars around them have been a little bit tapped. So let's see what happens. Now Sullivan has 10.2 seconds to gain on first position. Can it be done? Because in fairness, gone with Mr. Nick Langer here, he is just in a world of his own and is tipping away quite nicely, to be fair about it. Not an issue there for him. He's the clear air and can just get on with it. And back in 8th position, Stevens is ahead of Shloshev, and Stevens in that skyline now is going to have a little bit of a ding dong here. Can he keep Anton behind? So far it's looking like that he can do so. That camera is a little bit, I might just use that camera for the next time we're going around there. It seems to be a bit blocked out. Shloshev here doing a grand job. The car looks a little bit more steady now as we're on inside here. Let's see how we get on here. So Stevens is driving probably more defensive than he needs to. The only thing is though, look at that, the straight line speed, the audio has to get out of it and is given the room for Stevens. So Stevens there, I think, being very polite with his lines. But this is super close here and it's so easy to get it wrong. And Stevens taking the corkscrew much slower, but it's going to impede then Anton, and there's nothing Anton can do. He just has to sit there and wait and be patient. Although he's trying to send it, Stevens giving the room, but it's just not an overtaking position. I think what he needs to do is wait till this main straight, stick behind him, get the toe and get the move done. Let's see, will he go for that? Okay, lovely done, and the audio in a straight line with the V10 should get the move done. That Skyline though is a little beast as well. But yeah, look at this. He is just pulling. And he's going to send it into turn 1. There's no, oh, he's not. As Stevens cuts across, done the nice defending there. Very good driving for Stevens here. This is quite impressive. Very, very impressive for Stevens here. The guy who was pretty much last on the grid after having a decent start, sitting here at the minute in 8th position. And is defending like a warrior, let's be fair. But I'm going to jump on here now to Fernando and Fiorin there as well, as they are going. Oh my god, is that Glenn Smith's after going for a massive bit of a shortcut there? Oh, it keeps it though. Is he giving up? Oh, he's giving up on this one. Ah, Glenn. 2 Smith brothers waiting for race 2. No, they're out of there. They are out of there. So we're down to 8 guys now on this grid. It's been quite tough here, I think, for the guys tonight. So with Langer here, he is quite a bit ahead. So Viorin is fighting with Fernando. Fernando doing a good job in the BMW as well, to be fair about it. That Ferrari looks so planted. But Fernando realises now this is a podium position, as Ora Sullivan is not making any headway into Langer now, and is going to have to just hold on to 2nd position. There's not going to be much more in it. But in fairness, he's pulled nearly 10 seconds clear of these guys in such a short space of time, guys. We're not even halfway through this race. That's unbelievable. It's very well spread out, as you can see now though. Only 8 cars left in this race, as there is 3 cars in the pits and then my own car. So unfortunately now, guys, it looks like it's quite a spread out race. From a short field in Toga this evening. Last week had a much bigger field. Unfortunately, there's a lot going on this week, it seems. So Fiorin's dropped off quite a bit now from Fernando. Interesting. Very, very shocked to see just how quick that he has pulled away, which is unbelievable. So interesting enough to see. Stevens, though, has lost out to Slotchev, and Slotchev has already pulled away now. So once he's got the clear air, he's going back again. The only thing is, he seems to be inconsistent, as his rear tires and rear end seems to be quite loose in that Audi. So unfortunately, he's chasing his tail now after what could have been an amazing fight for him for possibly a podium position. Turned into a recovery drive now, and let's see if he can pull in 13 seconds in 10 minutes, or 9 minutes, 9.5 minutes. Fair play to him. That'd be an unbelievable achievement. And good to see then Nikita still going there in a heavily damaged BMW. But has kept going anyway, which is great to see that. Fernando now, he's after putting out quite a bit of time there, and is sitting quite comfortably. Bjorn just doesn't seem to have the rhythm that the other guys do this evening. I think that's all it is, and unfortunately for him, yeah, it's just one of these things, isn't it? It does sound nice, that Ferrari, to be fair, and all the extra aero bits as well is very cool. The race leader here having a ball. So let's do a hot lap with him. As we have a look at the inside of this 296 for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. Sounds very well. The pops and bangs out was lovely as well, but look how stable he is, and he's not even using all the track now. He's just kind of in cruise mode. Pretty much knows he has this win. As I say, that door runs a little bit wide, and he's definitely attacking those corners a bit more, and that's how you need to attack the corkscrew. Just open up nicely, get it in there, and that's beautifully done through there. Now he needs to get the apex here, and he just kind of doesn't, but look, it's a wide enough track where you can go flat out and still kind of miss that apex by a little bit and still carry momentum and speed through. Beautifully done not to be hitting that sausage curve. Quite a quick lap as well. How does the attack turn one? You're really able to drop down the gears in this and let it rev out. Mr. O'Sullivan here, 12.3 seconds behind. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to make any impact now in terms of position, but it's still a great recovery. Fair play to him. So 5 minutes to go, guys. 5 minutes to go. I can't show more Liam now, Stacey. Sorry, he's gone. Smith brothers have decided no thank you. Stephen still holding on to 7th position, but it looks like this guy, Nikita, is getting quite close now. Jeez, there's damage all over that car. The driver doesn't know what to be doing. He's right all over the back now of this skyline of Mr. Stevens. Now Stevens is quite decent at defending. Can he defend for 5 minutes though? That is the question. It's going to be very, very tough for him. Like you can see the damage there on that BMW now is quite significant as well. So let's see. I'd be shocked now. I'd be absolutely shocked. Tell you one thing, for a car that's damaged, he's doing a quite good job, if we're honest. Nice bit of backfiring there out of the cars as well. It's a great sound effects. I'd say it's a great game, this. Even with the new update, it's been tough for a lot of guys to adjust to, but it's been absolutely great fun to be driving on. And yeah, Stephen's doing a great job here to hold on not to be last. Now, can he hold it? Because as I say that, he runs quite wide. Nikita is just looking for a way through, and O'Sullivan is after dropping it. Oh no, he's after disconnecting. He's gone for a bit of a flight there. So Fernando will surely be assuming second position as he crosses the line. Because unfortunately Ryan is still stuck in flying land as now he's disconnected. Wow, so been quite a big one this evening for the guys. So that puts Fernando up into second position, and Vuren now gets himself a podium. That's all what if could have been for Lawrence here. Huge contact at T1 kind of sealed his bag. And here for Anton, he sealed his own bag with such a loose Audi this evening. And look at this, Stevens holding on to sixth position now. What a dude. Fair play to him. And that has had the war as well. You see the bonnet shaking on that skyline. So he's not driving without problems either. As I would assume here, from looking at the lap times, we possibly could be looking at 2 laps now. Yeah, we would be. So this is the penultimate lap, and then we have the last lap. So yeah, this has been a good sprint, to be fair about it. And this man has not put a thing wrong really since the incident at turn 1 with the Ferrari hitting him on the inside. That was, I think Vuren had hit him. They ran wide together, but he luckily enough recovered. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, it hasn't been a big grid like we are used to here. But don't be afraid to give TOGA Motorsports a follow on their socials, but join their league if you're looking to race. It normally is a bigger grid than this than a Monday, I wouldn't say that for them. But yeah, it is what it is. So Fernando got through there, guys, not a bother as well. And got the position there, but you know what? He's after losing so much time to him now. Actually, should I say, I'm smoking crack here, I think, at the minute as well. He's after having a massive bit of time lost there. And look at this, Vuren sending it down the inside. Yeah, I think I was smoking crack there for a second, guys. So Vuren gets himself in the second spot, which I didn't think was going to happen. And Stevens has lost out as well. Unlucky Stevens. I was rooting for you in the skyline. But this guy here, literally right behind the guys. I'd never expect that to be getting a lap in a 20-minute race, but here we are, very close to it there. That beautiful looking livery of the Ferrari. It's a favourite car for a lot of people already. Hello VL the kitten, how are you getting on? And I'm very, very glad that I'm your least favourite streamer. Makes me so happy. So yeah, Nick Langer here has done everything he needs to do. I don't want him to overtake the skyline. I don't want him to overtake Stevens. That'll just break my heart now. He's super close to doing it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Langer. So Langer has absolutely dominated the field tonight.
The leader has finished the race.
An absolutely epic display there for him. And then we have second position coming. Don't forget there has been a big accident at the start of this race and we lost a few drivers in this sprint race here. And we have Vial Vuren then coming around in second position. Ferrari 1 and a Ferrari 2. It's shown Ryan O'Sullivan in second, but unfortunately he has disconnected. So Vuren coming around there, and he's after pulling a huge gap on E. Fernando, who I think is just giving up in life. Has he run out of fuel? He's run out of fuel. Oh my god. Is he gonna do it? Oh my god, that's horrendous. He's run out of fuel coming up towards the line. Is the Audi gonna get him? Nah, there's no way. Nah, he didn't. Oh my god, that was horrendous. So that's why he was dropping off. He realised he didn't have enough fuel. Oh, that is horrendous. Sabrian jumps up. And then we've got Stevens there. Oh my god. There we go, guys. Well, that was crazy. That was crazy. Anyone that's watched this, thanks for jumping in. I won't do the second race there because there's my poor car. I'm actually gonna jump in with the guys. Might do a bit of LFM now, guys. So I just had to do race 1 there. Unfortunately, if it was a bigger grid, I would have got in race 2. But hopefully the guys can watch this back and see the carnage that unfolded. Have a good evening. It's been a while since I streamed, and well, I streamed in actual comms at the last second. But yeah, have a great evening, and thanks for joining in.